Welcome friends. In this video, we will going to see div and span element. Let's create the file 05 div span.html. Let me quickly create a boilerplate code. Tab and then here website bootcamp div and span. And here again in the h1 tag, let me create div and span. Okay, and now using go live extension, let me open this web page. Here you can see the heading div and span, and let's make it side by side. Now let's quickly go through some important points about div and span. HTML div tag. It is basically used to create a division or a section within a web page. It is mostly used as container to hold HTML elements, which we can then style using CSS, or we can manipulate using JavaScript. By default, the div tag has no effect on the content or layout in the web page until we style using CSS. The div element takes the whole width of the document. Example, you can see I have given the style attribute to div with background color #EEE. If I don't give the style attribute, then there will be no background color. Also note, most of the browser will add display block as default value to div. You can inspect the element using browser developer tool and check it. HTML span tag. It is actually an inline container to format or phrase some part of the text or part of the document. We can also style the span element using CSS or manipulate it through JS. The difference between span and div is that div is an block element and span is an inline element. We will learn more about inline and block in the later lecture. The width of the span is equal to the content inside it. Example, you can see here I have formatted the word blue using span element. Here I will create a div, and inside it, if I write h2 as this is heading 2 and another p tag, this is some paragraph text, and then save it, you can see here I got a h2 heading and some paragraph text. However, you can notice that the div has no visible impact on the web page. But if I give a style using CSS like background color as EEE, then save it, you can see now the div area has some background, and also notice the width is whole web page width. Let's see span tag. I create a p tag and inside it I write a text as this is a span paragraph where, and I defined a span element and red is in red color, and if I give span as some style then and save it, then you can see the line has a word red in red color, which I have given using the style attribute.